Hey ladies, so this is the finished product of my hair. I love the results. The parts are really neat. I used 3 packs of braiding hair, but to be honest, I wasted a lot of hair. So you can get just regular braiding hair, like most of the time it'll say braiding hair, it'll say like 100% Kanekalon, just weave braiding hair. It's like $1.99 at the hair store. I used M33 1B. That wasn't really on purpose. The M33 gave it like a hint of red. You can't even tell. It really was a mistake. But what B was what I was trying to use. The hair that I got was $1.99, and then there was also one for $2.99. You can probably find one for $3.99. The more you spend on it, the like smoother that the hair is. I wasn't trying to do that though. I was just trying to be cheap about it. So I ended up using, like I said, 2.5 packs. So I spent $6 on this hair. You have a cute protective style. Before I started, I washed my hair and then I let most of it air dry, and then I blow dried it just a little bit, just to make it straight. It was still damp when I started braiding actually, but I knew that it would dry. After that, I had put leave-in conditioner in it, and I put oil on it. Every night I oil my scalp just to keep my scalp nice and moisturized. And so I'm going to show you the feeding in method. It was really hard for me to learn this method, so I really want to share it with you guys because it took like so much for me to learn how to braid, and it seems like, not learn how to braid, but learn how to feed in the hair. It seems like it's like such a simple process, and then it wasn't. So I'm going to share that with you guys. My ends have rubber bands on the end of them. Complete side note. You can thin your I tied that one in a knot, don't mind that. But you can thin your edges, your ends out to the point where you can just braid down, and then when you're done, you dip them in water. So that's all I did. I put rubber bands on the end of them. It's simply easier. So enjoy the video if you want to see how I achieved this style. Start by doing a normal braid, taking your usual 3 strands of hair and then just braiding down. You'll add the hair in later, but the initial part of the braid you want to just braid down. I didn't want my hair to have a loop in the front, or I wanted it to look, you know, as real as possible as I was braiding. The first hair that you add, this first braid is pretty confusing, but notice that I'm using my hand on the left and adding it to that strand that's on the left. It's kind of hard to see. It will get easier to see throughout the video, and even easier when I get to braid 2. But that hair that you added, it went under. So you add it to the hair on the left, and then that next piece that comes on the left, you add it to that as well, and then continue braiding like normal. So you want to braid like normal all the way down. When you get to the second piece of hair, you're going to make it a little bit thicker than the first piece. You're going to take the piece of the braid that's sticking out on the left and add your hair to that one. You'll bring that piece down, and as soon as the next piece comes out to the left, you add the rest of the hair to that one. You just keep braiding like normal and don't over. That every time I add in the hair, I'm using my hand on the left to add it in. It helps if you always use the same hand, because you're always going to feed in the hair the same way. Remember that every time you add in a new piece of hair, you want to make it thicker than the last piece that you added in. This way, as you're braiding down, your hair is getting thicker from the top of your braid to the bottom of your braid. view is a little bit better than the last view, so I'll take that piece of hair that's on the left and I add the braid hair to that. After I bring it down, I continue braiding like normal. The next piece of hair that goes to the left, I add the rest of the hair that's hanging over the comb to that piece. Keep in mind that this is really my right that I'm using, but for the sake of the video, this is the left side. This is a very clear view, so that piece that's on the left, I added the hair to it. I brung that piece down like I continued to braid, and then the next piece that went to the left, I added the rest of the hair to. And that's exactly what I'm doing, but I'm doing that on my scalp.
You know what? I don't know what.